Hey, what's up guys? It's Josh here. I'm here with Coach KK. We're gonna go over this week's time drop interval workout for you. So for this workout, we're gonna have 8 different exercises. In the first round of these exercises, you're gonna do each exercise for 40 seconds. You'll have 20 seconds to switch between. In the second round, you're gonna go 30 seconds of hard work, 15 seconds to switch. And then the last round, you're gonna go 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 20 more seconds on, and then 10 seconds to switch to the next exercise. And we're only going through that for those 3 rounds. You ready, KK?
Ready.
Okay, so exercise number 1, we're gonna start with our kettlebells. Actually 2 exercises put together. We're gonna do our kettlebell clean and squat. So kettlebells between those feet, yank that kettlebell up to your chest, and then go into that deep squat here. So we clean it up to the chest, and then goblet squat here. So it's 2 deep breaths. Push that air out as you come up, deep breath in. Push that air as you come up, deep breath in as you take it back down to the floor. Nice and controlled here. Make sure that you're getting a full range of motion on both reps. Don't drop that kettlebell before you come up out of that squat. Our second exercise is our army crawl. So if you're over on the black floor, you're gonna grab a piece of blue floor. If you're on the blue floor, you're on the blue floor. There's no need to grab blue floor there. So you're gonna get your feet set up on those sliders, and now wall up those abs, nice strong plank. You're gonna take 2 steps forward with those arms, and then 2 steps back. 2 forward, 2 back. Wall up those abs, tuck those ribs, protect your lower back, squeeze those glutes nice and tight to keep that core working here. If this is a little too challenging for you, you can just hold that plank for that 40 seconds here. Our third exercise is our dumbbell overhead press. So you're gonna grab a set of dumbbells here, wall up those abs, squeeze those glutes, so we're like in a nice stiff plank position in your standing plank, and then pressing overhead, pulling back down. Now notice how when Katie comes down, she brings those elbows in, and as she presses, she's rotating a little bit, so we get that shoulder blade naturally moving around that rib cage here. So deep breath in, push that air out, pull them back down, bring those elbows in, press them back up. If you're getting tired and you need to, you can do a little booty bump here, get those hips involved, get some momentum to throw those dumbbells up to the ceiling here. Our fourth exercise, we're coming back to the blue floor. We're gonna do our slide out. So now this time we're gonna get our hands on those sliders, knees on the floor here, wall up those abs. We're gonna reach out. You can go one arm at a time. Notice how Katie's bending that other arm as she goes down here. You can also go 2 hands at a time here. As far out as you feel comfortable here, wall up those abs. Remember, protect your lower back. Limit yourself if you're feeling too much pressure in your lower back here. If you don't want to use those sliders, you can do our plank hand walkouts. This one, you'll go from those toes. You can go from the knees if you need to. Walk out as far as you feel comfortable, and then walk it back in. Again, this is a lot of lower back and core work here, so you want to make sure you protect yourself and really focus on your form on that one. From there, we're coming over to our suspension trainer, and we're gonna work our straight rows here. So moving plank position, squeeze those shoulder blades, push that air out as you pull yourself up. Shoulders are down and away from those ears. You're pulling your hands towards your ribs here. Ribs stay tucked, glutes are squeezed tight. If you wanna make this heavier, step further in. Make it heavy to get started. You can always make it lighter by stepping out as you're getting tired here. From there, we're gonna go into our mountain climbers. So we're back to the blue floor and our feet are back on those sliders again. Push up plank position, drive that knee up, extend that other leg. So notice how Katie goes slow and show them 1 rep. Notice how Katie extends that leg all the way out as she drives up here. We're not short repping it. Mountain climbers don't get at the top of that mountain by short repping those climbs here, folks. So drive them up if you need to, or you want to. You go without those sliders. You can also touch those toes down. You can also just hold that plank for the time that you need to as you're getting tired here. From there, we're gonna roll over to our backs, and we're gonna do our slider glute bridges. So now you're gonna get your heels on those sliders, drive those elbows into the floor, wall up those abs, nice and tight.
Do it.
Keep those hips up. You're gonna pull those feet in towards your butt. Drive your hips up. Hips go down, feet go out. Again, feet in, hips up, hips down, feet out. If you want, you can keep those hips up the entire time, pull those feet in and then drive up so those hips never touch the floor. You can also do that power glute bridge where you drive up and in at the same time. This is a lot of work for those hamstrings, folks, so really be careful here. Driving those elbows, wall those abs, keep those ribs tucked, drive those shoulders into the floor here. If you want, you can just do some straight bridges here if that's a little too challenging on those hamstrings. From there, we're going into our last exercise, which is our ball slam burpees. We're going out on a high note here.
Yeah.
Reaching high overhead, slam that ball, and then kick back into that burpee. Break that ball with every slam if you can. Then kick back. Now, if you want, you can also do a step back burpee here, 1 leg at a time, or you can just go with that traditional ball slam, trying to break that ball with every single slam. Okay, That's our time drop in over the workout for this week.
Oh, man.
Great job, KK.